Leaders know they impact. Do you know your impact? Do you know how you impact on student learning? Do you know how you impact on teacher efficacy? And are you a meta leader? Seek feedback. 360 feedback is brilliant. It goes out asking for opinions specifically and directly about your leadership. You ask, well, what do I do well? What works? What can I do better? What do I do that helps you to do your job? The one that doesn't get asked very often, well, what hinders? What do I do that actually stops you from being successful? These are very cool and very important high impact questions, and are really important a really important part of any performance and quality assurance review. It takes courage, guts really, a growth mindset to do a 360, and even more to actually do something with the feedback and take some action based on it. Whatever you do, don't ask for it if you're not going to use it. The team want to see action if you do ask. FYI, your credibility is gone, dust, if you ask and then you do nothing. Anyway, this is external. Other people normally take that for you, and it's all safe and it's all, confidential. But what can you do to measure your impact? I've got 2 really easily managed strategies and insightful tools for you today. 1, time and motion, tracking over time what you do, who you are with and where you are. And people tracking who you interact with, where you meet them and who you miss. So let's have a wee look at time and motion. Where do you spend your time? Leadership requires time with people. Attending meetings, working on administrative tasks, and loads of management. Scheduling, is an effective tool. It helps, but so much more happens beyond our schedules. It is said that if you spend more than 20% of your time in meetings, you may not be working effectively. Refer to too many meetings suffocate productivity and morale. There's a link there on the site. We can say where we spend our time. It is easy to justify anything, but is it the best use of time? Do you impact positively in doing what you do? So here's the challenge. Over a 3-day period, log your workday in 20 to 30 minute blocks. Note if you're in a meeting that you have set up or a meeting that's set by someone else. Walking around the building, whether you're in admin and doing emails and tasks, whether you're having planned or unplanned interactions, whether you're involved in strategic thinking or planning or dealing with data. After 3 days, take a series of highlighters and highlight. Highlight if it's planned and unplanned, office or out and about, people or non-people. Work out your percentages and analyse your data. Know your stats. Where are you spending your time and why? What is the impact of this? Where are you strong and what needs to change? Were there any surprises? What trends and routines do you have? And are they healthy? They might work for you, but do they work for everyone else? Do they make you more or less accessible? Do you schedule office and email time, or are you one of those who sits and responds immediately? If so, then what's the impact? It's 1. Jump into people tracking. Who do you interact with the most? Do you have favourites? Do you spend more time with some people than others? Do you miss some people completely? Why? And then, what are people asking of you and what do they need? Where do you interact with people and how often? Who aren't you seeing? Where in your building are you working from and where are the people you miss located? This challenge, again, is over a 3-day period. Take a different 3 days. With a staff list, tick or monitor who you have interacted with, how often, where and why. There isn't a must-do way of doing this. Work out a system that works for you. Who where, when, and how often are the keys. Then analyse this. Who are your frequent flyers and who are your silent partners? Why do you believe this happens? Are you having personal or professional conversations? Are people talking to the right people? Are they talking to you when they should be talking to someone else? Those you are missing, why are you missing them? Have you said, oh, come and see me when you need some help, but they don't come? Do you go to them? Or where are the gaps? Who are you missing? Are they avoiding you or are you avoiding them? Are they independent? Are you assuming that they are okay and that everyone are you assuming they're okay? Because remember, everyone needs contact, even the best of the best. Often the silent ones are your most at risk of falling apart. So there are some pretty critical reflective questions to think about. Do you jump to voices? Do you enable the negative and moan bonding? Who has your ear? Whose voices are you listening to? How do you filter these? And do you listen to the right people? Who are you missing? How do you respond to those who speak up? The squeaky wheel. And those that don't speak up, how do you hear from them? And when you do respond, when do you respond and when don't you? And are you getting the balance right? How do you remain open to everyone? We talk open doors, but do they come with restrictions that you've imposed? Are they really open to everyone and are they judgment free? Are you actively about with everyone? And if you sit in your office, what is your impact? Seek feedback. Give others a voice. Yeah, do 360s, but find your own impact too. Create your data, analyse it, and take action. You have control. Covey talks about a circle of influence. Are you working on what you can influence and what you have control over? Or are there things and tasks that can be left in a circle of concern? Are you doing things for people that should be done by someone else? And are you dealing with the important or only the urgent? Are you creating time for people and not just task? Are you going to people and are you visible? What impact are you having and how do you know? This is leadership efficacy. There are a couple of other blogs and references that you might want to jump into. Jump onto the leadershipandpictures.com and you'll find on 11 December 2020, Leaders Model Failure. And there's another one on 31st of January, Effective Leaders Keep Thoughtfulness Random. Couple of great resources, Stephen Covey's book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and then go back to that link on the 2 turkey rule. Take care.